Starting up the strooms, starting them up the strooms, start them up the strooms, starting them up the strooms. What is up, ladies and gentlemen, twerkers, jerkers, and lurkers, witches, liches, and bitches? It is time once again for another Johnston Blackhorse dewz the drawringz. With me, your host, Johnston Blackhorse, and I'm going to do the drawings. Starting off a bit of a good mood today because my cabin is finally paid off. Got my tuition grant money finally deposited into my account. I was so worried that the direct deposit didn't come through. Melody's calling me MC Dorkhorse. How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Blah blah blah, this and that. Let's get going. But anyway, yeah, finally got my I wasn't sure if the direct deposit was set up or not because I didn't get a confirmation, but at the same time I didn't get like a negative response like telling me I needed something else again. But no, it went through. Fucking hell, I got the money today, and there were like so many things that I wanted to use the money for, like I need to get new tires for my Escalade, or just like buying some like other supplies that I need like in and around my little office space, my little domicile. One of which is like a dude is holding on to like a Wacom Cintiq for me, and all I gotta do is pay shipping and handling, but the shipping and handling is like a few $100s, and I totally could have threw in for that, but fucking hell, man, like the most important thing on my to-do list when if I was ever able to like get it done was just to take the burden of debt off of my debt off of my parents' hands, because they've been helping me out with this cabin, like doing cabin payments for the most part. Like my mom's been taking the brunt of that, and I've been paying toward it as much as I could, but we've just been like whittling it down bit by bit, and the payoff amount, like the full payoff amount has been like hovering in the 3,000 to 2,000 range for a while, but we just didn't have that kind of money on hand, and if we did, we could have like probably saved several thousands of dollars, because we've been getting like an early payoff of like $3,000 for a while now. I think going on about maybe half a year. Yeah, like maybe 6 months back. We had we had a $3,000 payoff offer, but we just couldn't take it, and we've just been paying this whole time like pretty much like $500 a month. I'm trying to, at least. But once I got my tuition check, it was like a couple grand and a few bills, a few hundos. I was like, fucking hell, let me just fucking get this cabin out of the way so we can just stop fretting about it. But it's done. This cabin is officially all mine now. It is my cabin. Finally, no longer in debt. The only debt I have to my name now is some hospital bills, but with this cabin finished, I can easily whittle that down. I gotta start setting up payments for that now. But yeah, I'm in a bit of a happy mood. just to have like one of my stressors just gone from my life. Oh my gosh. So glad to have this cabin paid off. It is officially mine now. I can do whatever with it. Speaking of which, I should get around to get around to making that brick wall just to encase parts of my cabin. Effectively making like a sort of a heat insulation from like the fucking blistering afternoon sun. A few weeks ago during the monsoon season, like the weather was very temperate, but now that that's passed, like fucking the afternoons are just getting sweltering again. Oh my god. Like yesterday I took a nap and I just wanted to take a small one, like a short one, like a regular like 30-minute to an hour nap. That's it. But oh, it was so warm in here. Usually like when it's too hot, like I'll just fucking just give up on a nap or whatever, but the warmth was such that it wasn't unbearable, and it wasn't, I don't know, like I'm usually finicky, like I'm fickle like when it comes to heat. It was the perfect amount of warmth to just like make me just want to continue sleeping, so I did. I slept for 2 fucking hours. And after that 2 hours, like I didn't realize that much time has passed. I didn't realize that much time had passed, because in my mind, like I probably woke up after 30 minutes, but it was so warm I decided to just like maybe sleep for another 30 minutes. Of course, I didn't check the clock because I'm just groggy, so I roll back over and fall asleep. And then when I wake up, like it feels like I've only slept for like maybe 10 or 15 minutes. You know, like how your sense of time passing is just skewed when you go to sleep. So to me, I didn't think I slept that long. I just felt like I rolled around in the bed for a little bit and just shut my eyes every few minutes. But yeah, after I got up, I had to get to work on trying to figure out what was wrong with our smoker, and that took another 2 hours. The smoker's still like kind of screwed up, but at least I know where the issue is. And sometime today I gotta go ahead and disassemble parts of the smoker, because we have this wood pellet smoker that we use for cookouts, and the feeding tube for the pellets had gotten clogged. Because after I woke up, my brother, he was trying to like smoke these ribs, but the fucking smoker wouldn't stay on, like the fire wouldn't stay lit, and it kept making this clunking sound. It was frustrating, and he was like fucking getting aggro about it, and with me just having a nap and with a cooler head, just decided to like kind of tool around and see what's going on. Read the manual, looked around a little bit, and eventually I found out, I was like, oh shit, the fucking pellet feeder is fucking clogged with ground up pellets. And the pellet feeder, it's like this tube that has like a large like drill inside of it, and the motor will like slowly turn this drill to like feed the pellets from the pellet box into the smoker. But I guess during our last cookout, that tube had gotten clogged. There was an obstruction somewhere, and the tube just kept getting filled with like ground up pellets until it just freaking got compacted. I mean, that feeding tube was like fucking filled to the gills with ground up pellets. So sometime today, I gotta go back over, remove the pellet box from the smoker, and pull out that feeding tube. Talking about the feeding tube for a wood pellets smoker. I'm not talking about a feeding tube for a comatose patient. That'd be awful. Someone just like coming right into the stream, and I'm just talking about, yeah, I got to go over there and pull out that feeding tube. It's like, what? What feeding tube? Is he talking about some comatose individual, and he's just gonna go over there and just yank that feeding tube out of a patient? Like, no, I'm not. No, I'm sorry. I just thought of that when the moment I said it. I instantly thought of how someone could misinterpret what I was saying. Oh, that's funny. But yeah, this morning has been like a pretty chill morning. Like I slept in for a little bit, then I got up, checked a few things, checked my bank account, and like fucking holy shit, saw that my tuition grant money was popped in there, and the first thing I did, man, was to fucking pay off this cabin. This cabin is done. So that's a lot less for my mom to worry about now, because she's been helping out a lot with my cabin, and I've been trying to pay toward it as much as I can, like whenever I have the spare money. But it's done. Any updates on this new bucket? Oh, let me check. Yesterday, like I was waiting for my check yesterday so I could cover like the shipping and handling for this new chair that I ordered, that I wanted to order for myself. And Melody, being ever so gracious, fucking love her, duped me the money. Well, she duped me with the money for the chair earlier in the week, but then she dropped the money for the shipping and handling yesterday. But let me see. It has not been shipped yet. It's just confirmed that it's been ordered. So no shipping yet, but I should be getting it sometime toward the end of next week. Either the end of next week or the beginning of the week after. But yeah. Okay, sweet. Thank you, love. Thank you ever so much. You're too good to me. I don't deserve you. I'm so lucky to have you as like a freaking awesome soulmate, friend, confidant, all that good stuff. Actually, okay, my webcam is on the way. It's been shipped. It should be here. It says it's arriving on Wednesday. Oh, it's in Salt Lake right now. Shit. I might receive it by maybe Tuesday, because it'll probably be in Moab on Monday, and it shouldn't take too long to get here by Tuesday. Here's hoping. Melly says, no more Tookus torture. Please, sir. I prefer to go by my professional title, partner in crime. Yes, let's go plan some felonies. Yes. My soulmate partner in crime. Man, I wish I had a drivable vehicle. The Escalade runs, but I do not trust those tires. Here, like the first thing I thought of when getting my money, when I saw the amount that I was gonna get, I was like, man, I can buy new tires for my Escalade, because they've been getting worn down for quite a bit, and I knew I'd have to buy some soon. But looks like I'll have to um looks like I was in need of them like sooner than I thought, because uh bubble started to form on the wall of one of the tires, and I'm thinking like, fuck, how long has that been there? Shit. And I'm paranoid that if I try to drive it out for any reason other than getting new tires, I'm gonna have a fucking blowout. And that is not gonna be, that's gonna be no bueno. Because I'd like to go out and get like some sodas, maybe a beer, or three, or four. Man, I used to like fucking pound beer like fucking none else. I could take on a whole 36 case or 38 case, whatever amount they come in nowadays. What's up, Dasco? Oh, that sucks. Beer has no effect on me because of my meds. Damn. Do get a sick headache. Oh man. Oh, that sucks. I remember one time I fucking drank myself sober. I thought that was just a fucking myth until it actually happened to me. But it sucks that you can't enjoy a burr. Yeah, you can enjoy the flavor, but without the inebriating side effects, like, like, what's the point? Some beers do taste good though. I've had some like non-alcoholic beverages, and they were pretty all right. It was like craft non-alcoholic beer. I was like, oh, I'm gonna fucking try this stuff out. Like, what is this? And then I try it and like, oh, that is lovely. Deska says, you found God? Oh my god, it was such a weird sensation. I don't know how many beers deep I was in that night, but like I remember just having like the can of beer in my hand and then drinking it, and then all of a sudden just this wash of sobriety from top to bottom. Like at first I was like fucking chill, I was vibing, I was buzzed, I was having a good time, snapped open a beer, took a few gulps, and then fucking sobriety just like washed over me. And I'm like thinking, what the fuck is going on? Where did my buzzed happy feeling go? What the hell? So like I started like fucking chugging the rest of that beer and just gave it a minute, like thinking like, okay, the buzz sensation should come back now, and fucking nothing. And so like I cracked open another beer and like took a few big gulps and still fucking nothing. And that's when it hit me. It's like, oh shit. It happened. I've heard about it. I didn't believe it. I thought it was just myth, but it actually fucking happened. I drank myself sober. So I didn't want to like just keep slamming beers left and right for the sake of my fucking liver. Because I was still like a fucking drinking noob at that point. So I just fucking chilled out for a bit and figured that if I just allow myself to sober up, maybe give it like an hour or two, maybe just drink some sodas, just I'll have another beer like later and maybe I can get my buzzed feeling back. I think I had to resort to shots later in the night, but the night was so late and everything started winding down that I just went to bed shortly thereafter. But that was fucking years ago. Back in the mid 2000s, I believe it was, is when my first experience of like drinking myself sober. It's never happened again since then, oddly enough. I don't know what combination of food or drink I had that night, like what combination of beer made it happen. I don't know what triggered it, but like fucking I drank myself sober and it was such a weird sensation. So fucking weird. And like when the night was winding down and I was like the party was over, just like fucking I just felt like I wasted all that beer trying to fucking get drunk again and nothing was happening. But yeah, it was shit. Melody says non-alcoholic Guinness is brilliant. Ooh, I gotta try that. Oh, I've got to try. Well, now that my cabin's done, Dasco, you were here earlier, but I made the announcement that my cabin is done. Like, I paid it off this morning. Like, I got my tuition check, and there were like other things I wanted to put that check toward. Like, my Escalade is in desperate need of new tires, or getting that Wacom Cintiq that you're offering to ship me. But the prospect of like finishing the payments for this cabin were like far too great. Like if I get this paid off now, that's gonna save me some money in the long run, and my mom can stop like worrying about it because she's been helping me out a lot with it. She's been the one like putting up the majority of the money, and I've been trying to help out as best I can, but feel like I've been barely putting a dent in it, and to take the burden off of my mother, like I just jumped at that chance. It's like, yeah, sure, I like thought about these other things, like I could get this or that, but I was like, fucking, I could pay off the cabin. Let's do it. Let's get it done. And so, yeah, the cabin payments finished. It's done. I am fucking I can finally say that I own this cabin now. I own it. Fucking own it. So now that this cabin's done, this should be a lot easier to come up with the money to get that Cintiq. Because like it'd be nice working with another Wacom Cintiq, because getting protective film for the tablet that I'm working on, it's a good tablet. It's a very good quality tablet. But you fucking go through like the screen protectors like fucking crazy, man. Speaking of which, I should probably replace this one. I got a replacement on hand. I'm just a little too lazy and a little too busy right now to swap it out. But yeah, in a bit of a lighter, chipper mood today, this morning. Oh, pulled up this video. May as well watch it.
Bucksgrave Road. Friends David and Dell from the YouTube channel Signs and Signals are driving down a...
Whoa, that's a little too loud in my ear.
creepy back road called Bucksgrave Road in Carlisle, South Carolina. David and Dell say that when they were kids, they witnessed some very strange things out on Bucksgrave Road, such as odd, unexplainable lights and orbs. So, while driving down the narrow dirt road shooting some B-roll for their video in the car, they experienced something absolutely unnerving.
I think that's enough B-roll then.
Yeah.
You don't want to waste up all the battery already.
The camera's battery's gonna get is that?
Deal.
Oh shit! Oh, it's an arrow! I am such a fucking dork.
I can't.
What the hell?
What the are you supposed to do?
Ain't nobody supposed to be out here? Oh shit. That just walked in the woods. Where's the headlamp at? The headlamp should be right there. Like he didn't, like he stopped. Did he turn off the light? Can you see in there?
No, I can't see.
I'm zoomed in. I can't hardly see.
Man, fuck that. Like, hunting for ghosts is one thing, but if you see like a random dude out in the woods in the middle of the night and just fucking he ducks back into the woods, best thing to do is just turn right back around and get the fuck out of there. Cause like, who knows? Like maybe it's like a freaking marijuana grower. Like, sure, it's like legal nowadays, but some places it's still restricted, and I'm pretty sure they're still uptight about keeping their marijuana grow, their meat grow operation like secure.
Zoom in, don't zoom in, don't zoom in. It ain't gonna help, it ain't gonna help.
What the f?
Fucking, they're gonna still go for it?
What
Shit.
the fuck are you doing?
The content play.
What the fuck are you talking about? Content play.
Content?
David, what the hell are you doing?
Hello?
Dude, seriously, there could probably be an illegal grow operation out there. Don't fucking risk your life for that. Like, hunting for ghosts and paranormal shit is one thing, but don't deal with fucking crazy ass people out in the fucking brush. Jeez. No sense. No sense.
I already tried that.
It's just, they ain't got no integrity.
He don't want none.
I'm trying to hear.
You dumb
motherfucker. Right? Dumb motherfucker. Just get the fuck out of there.
Come on. This is some dumb This ain't even what we're supposed to be here for.
Dude, I couldn't hear or see anything out there. It's so pitch black.
Damn.
Next thing you're gonna hear is a fucking gunshot pop off. Holy shit!
Dude, go, 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 go! Dude!
To this day, David and Dell say that they have no idea who or what the creepy stranger could have been.
Okay, that might have just been a setup. Like, probably set that up and shit. But that caught me off guard. I was talking about gunshots, and when I heard that loud sting, I thought it was a fucking gunshot. I swear, I thought it was a gunshot. And then I saw the hand. It was like, get the fuck out of here.
And paranormal or not, they claim that they have never been so scared in all their life. So, did they encounter some creep in the remote woods? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide. You can watch this entire video and many more spooky moments over on their YouTube channel, Signs and Signals. neighborhood.
Like I'm leaning toward like fucking hoax. Like it's probably a setup, but it's not too far fetched to like maybe it's like a guy with an illegal grow operation out there and just decided to like fuck around with these guys, like fucking Scooby-Doo the crap out of them. gonna scare these young pugs off and keep them off of my property. Or off of this property. I don't know if anyone actually owns that property out there. Anyway.
Watch. Sarah Marie and her husband Bobby are having an afternoon get-together with some friends at their home in Florida, when suddenly they spot something very odd at the neighbor's house across the road.
It comes back the other way. Why? It looks like somebody's peeking through that window, the one that's open.
No recording?
Yes! Yes! There's nobody in that house. There's nobody at all. Nobody. That
I didn't know they could be that visible now.
This
That's what I was saying.
A strange shadow can be seen quickly moving back and forth in Sarah's neighbor's home, freaking out everyone and even seeming to upset their two puppies.
There's nobody in that house. There's nobody at all.
Sarah explains online that the home belongs to an older woman whose son, sadly, had passed away. Worried about the older woman's safety, Sarah calls her neighbor, but the woman says, I'm not even at home right now. So who or what could this be? I leave it up to you to decide. The ghostly guest. Over on the Japanese YouTube page, Kuroshiro channel, an anonymous
Probably like a dude just robbing the place. Probably more scary than a ghost.
paranormal investigator Shiro, who always wears a mask, sets out to investigate an allegedly haunted hotel room somewhere in Japan. The investigator says that recently a man's life was taken in an extremely violent and barbaric way in one of the hotel rooms. Since then, the room is said to be haunted. Shiro plans to spend the night to investigate. So Shiro sets up a few static cameras and a motion and voice activated toy dog. But during the investigation,
only the most high tech of paranormal freaking equipment here. Not only does it detect ghosts, not only does it detect ghosts, but it's fucking cute. Oh my god.
Motion sensing toy begins to act very strangely.
何の音？いやいやいや、それはないわ。どうした？おい、何これ壊れてんだけどマジで。待って、落ち着いて。一回電源切るか。
Yeah, that might be creepy if it's not supposed to do that shit. But also, he could have programmed it to do that. He could have programmed it to do that.
今また電源つけました。あ、おかしいだろマジで。これやばいなマジで。ここは本当にさ。
A little shaken up, Shiro resets the toy dog and continues to investigate. What happens next is absolutely terrifying.
どんってなった。ちょっと待って。
Let the door open up?
今動いてたよね。さっきより開いてない？
Shoot. probably already had that open. And boom! You see that? I scared him. And boom! Wait, the door keeps... Oh shit, the shadow of the door keeps moving.
いないんですよ、マジで。やべ、帰ろうとしちゃった。
I'm calling shenanigans. Probably a setup. There's like one of his friends in a suit.
待って、今めっちゃ人いたんだけど。
In a dark suit.
もう影見えた。
And they
映ったかな
hit a quick cut right there.
え、てかこれいつ消えた
From the corner of his eye, Shiro sees the hallway door slowly open by itself. But when he goes to check, there's no one there. When he turns back toward the hallway, a frightening dark figure can be seen.
Was that he was too cheap to buy a Furby? That's no ghostly, that's just being a clumsy twat.
Standing right in front of him. Shiro recoils in shock, tripping over his own feet. He quickly grabs his camera and gets back up, but the figure has just disappeared.
Lame.
He grabs his Shiro recoils.
Yeah, that's just like one of his buddies in like a freaking like a black cloth suit or something. And then when he falls over and supposedly drops his phone face down, that's where they hit a cut. And when they cut back, like they just made sure dude wasn't there.
In shock, tripping over his own feet. He quickly grabs his camera and gets back up, but the figure has just disappeared. Shiro believes that he might have captured the angry spirit of the man whose life was taken in the hotel room. But some of Shiro's viewers think that the apparition looks more like a woman, perhaps even the vicious entity responsible for the man's death. But what do you think? You can watch Shiro's entire investigation over on his YouTube, Kuro Shiro channel. Before we move on to the next video, if you see anything that you think should be included in the top 5, contact us at nukestop5@gmail.com. Lights out. Unfortunately, there is very little information available on these next videos. The clips were recorded by a group of friends exploring an abandoned building somewhere in Kazakhstan. But what they capture is truly bizarre.
Нет. Нет, нет. Опять убери надолго.
Если я куплю, солю, я вас буду.
What the hell?
Он двигается.
Санька, саживайся, дорогой. Может быть, это игра в цвет. Сейчас может просто все решится. Давай, убирай. Нихуя нет. Смотри, еще раз надо. Убирай теперь. Ничего нету.
Астафрулlah.
Бля, вот вы, конечно, нашли в плане?
Он вот тут же был.
Oh, did I miss something? I wasn't paying attention. Oh no, it's a tickle
A dark
ghost.
shape-shifting figure can be seen in an upstairs window. But what makes this footage so creepy is that the apparition only...
Okay. If that's like from... Like, if that's an exterior window, and they're outside trying to shine a flashlight on the inside, like that could be a reflection. Like maybe there's still enough light being cast to like reflect something on that window.
Only appears when they turn away their flashlight. When the group heads inside and upstairs to investigate, they find nothing there. The guys seem skeptical and just kind of laugh off the creepy experience, even though they can't explain it. But who or what?
Yeah, that's just a reflection. Okay, that's like an outside window, I take it, and I assume there's like enough diffused light from like maybe the surrounding city lights, and judging by like what's being reflected, I think there might be like an overcast sky with like some light cloud coverage, so what we're seeing is probably like reflected a reflected view of like the clouds being illuminated by the city lights, and that shadow is probably just like a shadow from across or like a house from across the street. Miller says it's funny that people in war zones can hold a camera steady, but these retards can't.
What is this? Let me know what you think. The Cumberland Gap Inn. The historic Cumberland Gap Inn in Tennessee is said to be extremely haunted, with hotel guests reporting many strange and unexplainable experiences. Lonnie and Neil from the paranormal investigation team Tri-State Paranormal Investigators decide to spend the night in one of the inn's most haunted rooms in the hopes of capturing anything supernatural. And they do. Shortly after setting up 2 static cameras, they capture something on video that is right out of a horror movie.
Yeah, it's another arrow! He can't see it with his human eyes. Only the infrared can pick it up. Oh shit, something's putting a depression on that bed. Like something's sitting down. It's crazy.
We got. We got.
Seems like the bed moved again.
Change the water to turn off and turn off.
Something invisible seems to sit down on the edge of the bed right in front of Neil. Shocked by what he just witnessed, he calls out to his team member who quickly joins him. Now, after several attempts at trying to debunk what they've captured, Neil and Lonnie have no idea how the mattress could have sunk down in such a way, especially since it would require a great deal of force on the bed. So could this be paranormal evidence that the Cumberland Gap Inn is haunted? You decide.
By a fat fucking
Guardian
overweight ghost?
Angel. Only a few months ago, TikTok user Tana Witt went through a devastating tragedy when her brother suddenly and without warning passed away. Tana's brother was incredibly close to her family, including her 2-year-old daughter, Evelyn. One night, Tana and her daughter are home alone when something happens that shocks Tana to her core.
Who are you talking to? Who are you
Uncle,
talking
she
to?
says.
Who are you talking to? Evelyn. Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to?
Evelyn seems to be talking to someone that we can't see. And creepiest of all, a whispering male voice can be heard that seems to say, Uncle.
you talking to?
Even stranger, baby Evelyn seems to have heard the voice as she happily shouts "Uncle" over and over.
Who are you talking to?
Tana believes that without a doubt her 2-year-old daughter is speaking with her deceased brother, and that Evelyn is being looked after by her loving uncle from the other side. The Tainted Temple.
That was cute. That reminds me of like my nephew, because like he's just now learning how to call me uncle, because since he hangs out with my mom all the time, his grandmother, she calls me son, so he's taken to calling me son too, only he mispronounces it as on. He just calls me on every time he sees me, but I think my mom's trying to teach him how to say uncle. So now he's starting to say uncle. But yeah, I'm a firm believer that babies are able to like see things that adults can't, because I believe that when you're young, your eyes are capable of seeing like a wider spectrum of things. So like say ghosts and spirits and stuff can only be seen on a light spectrum. That's why like you can only pick up shadows and stuff on a video camera of some sort. But I think when you're younger, like babies and toddlers and just younger children especially are just still able to, I guess, see these things. But as you grow older, it's like you become accustomed to like I guess you tune it out, because you become more adept at just like utilizing the visual spectrum and just like things that you do throughout your daily life in order to either survive or just get by in a day-to-day life. So when you get older, like you just lose your ability to see that visual spectrum, because you don't need it in order to like just live your life. And I think like some people are able to tap back into it during like things like I guess head trauma. Sure, they might be like fucking seeing things, but maybe like their brain just tries to rewire itself after like a heavy blow to the head, which causes like maybe some temporary brain damage, so the brain just rewires itself to like utilize that visual spectrum again. But anyway, that's just my theory. He says, I wouldn't put up with a child in my house. It would be the only time I would waste whiskey is when I smash a bottle of it over their head. All right, love. When we're living together, we'll just make it a rule that there's like no visitors if they're bringing in tow their children, because like fucking hell, like we're gonna have a whole lot of expensive stuff around. Sure enough, I don't want any kids around there. Anyway, back to the show.
Popular urban explorer Chris from the YouTube channel Urbex Hill sets out to explore the abandoned Masonic temple in Cleveland, Ohio. The temple was built in 1916 by Freemasons, a secret society that is shrouded in mystery.
Melody hates kids. Yes. Wonderful. But I doubt we'll have to deal with too many, because we're gonna be fucking road tripping all the time. Fucking long, relaxing road trip does sound fucking good. just to be out and see the sights. Like, I go on like small road trips every now and then, but it's always to like perform some task or duty. Like, this is like some sort of obligation attached to it. It's not like I could it's not like hitting the road and just like enjoying it for the trip itself. It's like whatever trip I go on, it's always in pursuit of some obligation I have to get done. So in doing that, like if I see something interesting or like something cool that I'd want to like visit, or you know, like maybe take in the sights, like I can't. Like, no, we gotta fucking see that we gotta make this appointment, or we gotta make sure something gets done or whatever. It's like always just a straight back and forth from destination A to B. No taking interesting routes or like sightseeing detours. I think that would be fun. Just like go on a good, honest to goodness road trip, just to fucking take in everything, you know, just see the countryside, experience some of the stuff that they have to offer, and go to some hotels and motels and leave the place a mess with empty pizza boxes, beer and soda cans. That fucking sounds like a bomb ass trip. All right.
Mason members have included politicians, scientists, writers, and many of the world's cultural elite. Throughout the many years, it has been said that the Freemasons hold secret meetings and perform strange cryptic rituals. Some have even made wild claims that certain Masonic rites and ceremonies include a sacrifice. The Cleveland Masonic Temple shut down in 1969 and has been left to rot for over 50 years. Chris attempts to record and capture the architectural beauty found inside the building before it's gone forever. But he quickly realizes that he might have made a terrible mistake.
Something touched me, I swear to God. I swear to God, I feel like something just touched my back. I don't know if it was my book bag flopped on my back or what. That scared the out of me, I swear to God. And there's no water drips. Yo, that scared the out of me. Okay, let me calm down.
Chris says he feels like something is touching his back, but there's nothing there. After collecting himself, he continues to scout through the abandoned building. And this is when things get weird.
Now something touched my butt. It touched me deep in my butt, like way up in there. Just right up my butt. What the hell? I missed it. Oh, it was just a sound. The fuck's banging around?
Door just closed.
Really? I didn't see it.
What the
Oh shit. Damn. It sounded like that rush of air sounded like a deep, heavy breath, and I don't think it was coming from him. Of course it could have been. Or something moving across the floor. Huh.
hell no.
And boom!
Did you see it? Right
Nope.
before the door slams shut, a creepy face can be seen quickly moving back behind the door.
Holy
But
shit.
when Chris opens it, it's clear that there would have been no room for anyone to stand there behind the door. And the room is empty.
Wow,
Chris
that's creepy.
is shook, but he continues on. Later, just before he leaves to go home, Chris goes back to check the mysterious door one last time. And he captures something truly bizarre.
Dude, I was watching this creepy video last night. As I'm apt to do, because like fucking I love spooky shit, and just like me staying in this cabin all by myself, it kind of like heightens that a little bit. But fucking like one of the videos, like I think it takes place in Mexico. These guys were going through a graveyard and they were videoing like whatever they could see, but then they catch sight of like what looks like a woman in a white gown just there by like one of the like the little tombs or mausoleums, and they're just kind of like talking amongst each other and sort of exclaiming, like talking about what they're seeing. And it just freaks me out so bad. Okay, the woman's in like full view, right? And she's sort of like a little far away from the corner of this mausoleum. So I'm thinking like, okay, when this thing moves behind the mausoleum, like it's gonna, like you expect it to look like a person, you know, just maybe like taking a step back and moving out of there. But this thing, like it just kind of glided backwards behind the mausoleum, and it just fucking bugs me out. Because like when I see creepy shit just kind of like moving, it's sort of like a creature or like a friggin' creepy individual. No, that's like a level of creepy that I can deal with. But when something moves unnaturally like that, it's like they're sort of like a static snapshot, just kind of like looking at you, but then they just slide away or just glide through the air. Like, oh my god, that fucking bugs me out. Yeah, it was a cool video though. Oh god, I was thinking about stuff that I'm paranoid about. It's like, yeah, I'm like spooked out about like creepy shit that I see. Although I have seen some creepy shit, but I was only spooked out about it like sort of after the fact. And then like thinking of like spooky shit, and then thinking of like what else I'm spooked out about, like fucking sharks. I started to imagine like a fucking ghost shark. As ridiculous as that sounds, it spooks me out. Fucking ghost shark. Oh my god. I'm so fucking lame.
Do not remember closing this door. Hold up. It's when I left this. Did I close this door? I cannot remember.
there's Melody laughing at my shark paranoia. I still love that game though, like that man-eater game. Oh my god, like I still think about it from time to time. It's like maybe when I have the time, like I'll fucking pick that up again and have another playthrough. But, oh my god, I wish OBS was working. Like I had the function set better at that time, so my playthrough could have been like captured a lot more like smoothly, because it was like choppy as shit. But to get all my reactions, oh my god. Oh, you had to be there. Oh man. Anyway, fucking sharks creep the fuck out of me. yeah, those, hey, how's it going, sharks? No, yeah, the fucking goblin sharks. Ugh.
See, this is getting creepy, man. For real. I can't even open the door. What the hell? Hello?
Oh, weird. There was like whispers. Like several whispers after you opened that door.
I can't even open the door. What the hell? Hello?
Oh, right there. Right there. It's like, I was listening. It's like, oh, maybe it's just like the pops and scraping of the door open. That's all I'm hearing. But then, after things are still for a bit, that's when I heard it. Shit.
I can't even open the door. What the hell? Hello?
Right there.
This is really weird. It's closed again. Maybe it is the wind.
Ah!
Closing it.
Right after Chris says hello, a faint voice can be heard saying yes.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
So just what do you think is going on at the abandoned Masonic?
Shit. Let me take it back a little bit.
Closed again. Maybe it is.
Right there, right on the left side. I thought that was like a dude's finger.
This is really weird. It's closed again. Maybe.
I was hoping he'd like fucking like kind of like pan around and like reveal what this was. It's probably most likely a bit of debris, but like fucking that spooked me out. I thought that was a guy like pointing his finger out.
Maybe it is the wind. Closing it.
Right after Chris says hello, a faint voice can be heard saying yes.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
So just what do you think is going on at the abandoned Masonic temple? And is it possible that strange Masonic rituals led to the lingering supernatural activity? You can watch this entire exploration and decide for yourself over on Chris's YouTube channel, Urbex Hill. Keep a knockin'. TikTok user Maru75 from Germany claims that one night he heard some very odd sounds coming from his living room. When he goes to check it out, things take a terrifying turn.
Hello? What the shit?
Maru hears knocking from the glass back door, but as he looks, he spots some dark figure moving behind him in the reflection. He spins around, but there's no one there. He turns back toward the door, and the figure is gone, and the door has mysteriously opened by itself. Gone. Figure. Maru hears knocking.
Let's see if there's like a fucking cut in there.
From the glass back door, but as he looks, he spots some dark figure moving behind him in the reflecting door. But as he looks, he spots some dark figure.
Yeah, that looks like a quick cut. Cause like there's like hardly any like transition from him like holding the camera still, and then all of a sudden it's just like blurring to the side. Like I'd think there'd be some sort of like blurred smeared image of like this viewpoint right here, because it would like kind of naturally like ease into the.
He spots some dark.
Yeah, that is way too quick. I feel that that's way too quick. I think that's where it was cut. I think that's a cut footage right there. because there's like no ease into the spin. Like all of a sudden he's just like looking at his reflection, and in the next instance, like the camera viewpoint is just like spinning, and there's like no ease into that spin. It's just like a quick cut from like still, like sort of like a still motion camera to like all of a sudden it's like blurring as it's spinning to the side. Yeah, I don't buy it. I don't buy it, man. I don't buy this nonsense. Your your video is a setup.
Figure moving behind him in the reflection. He spins around, but there's no one there. He turns back toward the door, and the figure is gone, and the door has mysteriously opened by itself. So, is it real?
Nope.
Or is it just very clever video editing?
Yeah.
As always, I leave that up to you to decide. Three's a crowd. Now, this next creepy occurrence was captured by 3 different paranormal investigators on the exact same night. John from the YouTube channel Exploration Unknown, Tim from the YouTube channel Breaking the Shell, and Josh from the channel Southern Afterlife. The 3 guys are all investigating an abandoned farmhouse in Kodak, Tennessee, called the Kelly House. The house is now part of a large wooded area designated as a bird sanctuary, but that wasn't always the case. The Kelly House was built sometime in the late 1800s and bought by the Kelly family in 1917. Now, honestly, not much is known about the history of the house, but many visitors claim to have heard strange unexplained footsteps and voices inside the home. Some have seen eerie shadow figures, and scariest of all, multiple people claim to have seen the eerie apparition of an old farmer wandering the property. So, the 3 ghost hunters decide to spend the night in the old abandoned Kelly house to see if the spooky stories are true. All 3 of the ghost hunters are recording, all at the same time.
Now Josh hasn't been here, so he's gonna go in first this time. Look guys, you're watching yourselves.
Hey.
Wow.
Wow.
Not long into their investigation, all 3 guys are recording when John captures something downright chilling.
Alright guys, so I got the REM pod set up. So if anything comes near that, it'll go off. And this is the new box. You probably saw it in the last video. I don't have a name for it, but it combines an EM pump, ambient temperature readout, and it also acts as an echo box. So if you can come up with a cool name, drop that in the comments. But we'll be using that later.
What'd he say?
Pretty cool.
Okay, guys. They're setting that up. But
Can't wait to see what this house has to
you can see
say.
the little planet. They get Saturn. It's next to it. It's bright. Wow, that is beautiful. Oh, somebody's coming out. No, it's Tim.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you ruined my moonshot, bro.
Oh, man.
I already got it.
You get that moon bow?
It's beautiful, man. Okay. All right, guys. We've got the K2 meter over here in this window.
In order, let's go.
Set up.
There's a lot of build-up going on. This better be good.
We got Josh on the porch.
Ah, he's right there. Oh.
Now all 3 investigators can be seen on video at this time. Josh is on the porch, Tim is outside in the field, and John is strolling through the house. No one else is there with them, but John accidentally captures an unknown 4th figure. Someone or something walking on the landing up on the 2nd floor.
Okay, that stuff is weird. Like, if they fake that, I don't know how they do it. If it's some sort of like fabric they're wearing, it's got to be some sort of like light absorbing material, and there might be some sort of material that's like that, but I don't know of any. It's like I've seen like people wearing dark clothes at night, and when you shine a flashlight on them, like even like black clothing has some sort of like reflection to it. But sometimes when they catch footage of these like these supposed shadow figures, like some of them, like sometimes you can like sort of like speculate, like, okay, that guy, that might just be like a fucking dude in a black, like a black cloth bodysuit. But in other cases like this is like, how the hell, like with light shining right on it and at that close, there would be some sort of like reflection of some sort.
Now, John didn't even notice this bizarre shape at the time. He only saw it later when he watched his footage back for editing.
Fuck, that looks like a straight up legit shadow. Like footage like that like spooks me out, especially when they can get like a full on like apparition of something like it. Fucking spooky, just like staring at you from a window or something. No thank you. And with like a powerful enough light like the one he has now, and it still not reflects even the slightest bit, nah. Get the fuck out of there.
But that's not all. Because while Tim is outside in the field looking at the house from far away, he too captures something on the second floor.
Now let's go in.
Tim also sees a dark shape that appears to be wandering the second floor.
Shit.
Josh, who's outside on the porch, eventually decides to go back inside after hearing some strange noises. And he also captures, well, just watch closely.
There's none out here.
Don't rock that
Tim's
chair
out
there. Oh shit.
There's nobody out here except for Tim.
I'll sit in a rocking chair, but I do not enjoy rocking chairs. Just out there in like the middle of the night, just sitting there doing nothing, because though it's never happened to me, I've seen footage and I've heard stories of like fucking rocking chairs starting to rock on their own. No thank you.
Down at the end of the yard. There's nobody out there, man.
No.
Except for Tim out there.
Where's he at?
He's out in the corner of the yard.
Oh yeah, I saw his eye out there a while ago.
Did you see it? At the top of the staircase in a room to the left, again, something dark appears to be watching and then slowly ducks out of sight. With 3 separate and distinct captures of a shadow figure and all 3 investigators accounted for on camera.
Here I glanced on it and thought it was just like the shadow of the wall.
Is haunted. As always, I leave that up to you to decide. You can watch all 3 investigations on the YouTube channels Exploration Unknown, Breaking the Shell, and Southern Afterlife. Night at the Museum. Nate Ratterman and his wife.
Okay, after this video is done, I'm gonna go ahead and like friggin' call it for this current stream, because I gotta feed them aminals. I guess in my rush and excitement for this morning of like paying off my cabin finally, I forgot to feed the dogs and the horses. So I gotta get that done. So after this, I'm gonna go ahead and take a break, handle that, and then we'll be back later.
Kaylee own and manage what has been voted one of the most haunted museums in the world, the Museum of Shadows, located in Omaha, Nebraska. The spooky museum showcases over 3,000 allegedly haunted artifacts, including a few
artifacts? This is the Museum of Shadows. Where do you keep your shadows? I came for shadows, good sir. And if you have none to provide, well, then I'll bid you good day, but best believe the Better Business Bureau will hear of this. Oh god, I'm such a fucking dork. Notice says it's a bloody mirror. Feed the animals. The bastards should learn to be self-sufficient. Well, I'm pretty sure they could be. They're pit bulls after all. And like the horses could probably go out and graze, but then if we let the pit bulls go, I'm afraid they'd fucking attack the horses. Because they do not like the horses that come around the property. We got some random horses that come around every now and then to like munch on our trees or the brush and stuff, and the fucking dogs go ape shit.
Two very creepy dolls with even creepier stories. One of these artifacts is a doll named Ada. The story goes that when a family moved into an old house, they found Ada in the attic. Creeped out by the doll, they threw it away immediately. But 2 years later, Ada came back. The family found the doll right back in the attic where they had originally found her 2 years earlier. Now completely freaked out, the mother of the household took the doll and threw it in the trash again. Only hours later, and the woman found the doll halfway up the driveway, almost as if Ada was slowly crawling her way back home. The doll was then obtained by the Museum of Shadows. Ada is kept in a glass box to keep her from escaping. Over the last 5 years, Ada has been witnessed and recorded seemingly trying to get away again. This is some of the creepy footage that has been collected. On multiple occasions, Ada has been captured moving by herself. These are just a few. And as if that wasn't creepy enough, Ada has a few friends in the museum who seem to join in on the fun.
No! Get out of here! You and your freaky friggin' rocking chair. Oh shit. Yeah, fuck that noise. If I worked there and I saw that, shit,
Ada and the other dolls have become incredibly popular attractions at the museum, with many visitors claiming to have seen them move with their own eyes. But the dolls aren't the only things that move around in the middle of the night. Sometimes when the sun goes down,
I can handle a lot of spooky shit, but sharks and rocking chairs? No fucking thank you. A ghost shark in a rocking chair? Get the fuck out of here.
Almost as if the museum comes to life.
Oh, I thought that was an orb. It's a fucking ball. Dolls don't creep me out as much as they used to. But, man, like, my experience with, like, a doll, like, I've told this story before, but because of what we're watching right now, I'll go ahead and retell it. This is back when I was, like, a real young kid. Like, I had to be, like, friggin' 6 or 7 at the time, I believe. No, maybe 7 or 8. But this happened back at sheep camp. And it was just me and a couple of my other like cousins. Like we're just like playing around on the res, and sometimes you get like little to no adult supervision. Sometimes they like leave us behind, but I think one of our uncles or aunts was at the main sheep camp house, but we were just playing at one of the other houses, which was like my cousin's house, but no one was home. So it was just us kids, and we're just like running around. And then one of us, I can't remember which one, was like just fucking freaked out, just flipped, screaming, runs out of the house. And then like we catch up with her and like see what's going on, and she's freaked out. She says she saw something in the house. And so the rest of us kids, like, we're thinking like, oh yeah, we're gonna be like a big tough Ghostbusters or whatever. Let's go check it out. Let's see this thing. Let's see this thing, and like well, maybe our presence will drive it away or something. So that's what we decided to do, and we go in there, and time of day it's like kind of like a late afternoon, but like an overcast sky. It's not like thick clouds where it looks like it's gonna rain, but it's just a decent overcast where it's just shady everywhere. So the inside of the house is like a little bit darker, but you're still able to see stuff. So we go in there, and mind you, this is on the reservation, and this is before like we were able to get power out there. And the only power that my cousin's house could get is from like a generator, and yet the generator was only plugged into like things like I think it only powered the generator was only there for the TV. What we used for light sources were like kerosene lanterns, flashlights. So yeah, it was gets pretty dark or whatever, but it's still light enough outside to where you could still see the interior fairly well enough. So we're going there, we're going kind of like we branch off searching different rooms, and I go into one of the bedrooms, and I'm looking around, and I'm not seeing anything. And then I start like looking over the toys, and fucking it just fucking freaked the shit out of me. Like I screamed like at the top of my lungs, and I just fucking booked it out of there too. It took one of our like older cousins to like kind of stop me and just like try to like get me to tell him what I saw. And I told him like I was in the back room. I was like looking, trying to see whatever our other cousin could see. She didn't say like she wasn't specific. She just said that she saw something. So I didn't know what to look out for. But anyway, as I was back in there, and like I was looking, and when I was like just kind of like glancing over the toys, like one of the dolls sort of caught my eye, and at that very moment it blinked. And what freaked me out so much about that doll blinking is that this doll wasn't one of those dolls that had those like blinking eye capabilities. Like the eyes were painted on, and yet this doll still blinked at me, and it just freaked me the fuck out. Like if it was like one of those blinking dolls, like maybe I wouldn't have been so freaked out, and I could maybe rationalize that like it just kind of like did that on its own for like some slight movement or disturbance. But no, this doll's eyes were painted on, and it had the fucking nerve to fucking blink at me and freak the shit out of me. Oh my god. So I didn't like dolls for like a while after that, but no, I got over it. But fucking rocking chairs, oh man. Like even living in this like cabin that I'm living in, like, and me using this wheelchair, like if this wheel, like, it took me a while to get over the paranoia, but when I was first sleeping in here, like no lights on, like I had these paranoid thoughts of like, what if that wheelchair started rolling on its own? But it never did, so I'm good. But still, fucking rocking chairs? Nuh-uh. No, thank you.
But the strange activity is not limited to just the night. Sometimes it happens right in the middle of the
Thank you, love. Melody says, don't worry, I'll protect you. He's sweet. Awesome.
day.
What the hell?
So with 5 years of recorded footage and countless real eyewitness reports, could it be that the Museum of Shadows is haunted by the thousands of cursed artifacts kept within its walls? And would you go to a haunted museum? Tell me what you think. To watch much more of their paranormal evidence, head over to the YouTube channel, Museum of Shadows. Thanks so much for watching. If you listen to absolutely none of the rest of this, please hit the subscribe button and click the little bell icon so you never miss an episode. Because my posting schedule is crazy and I'm sorry about that, but this way you'll never miss a video. Please follow me on the Instagrams here.
All right, cool. All right, well, we're gonna call a break right now because I gotta go handle some chores. Feed them aminals. Oh shoot, those horses probably need water. Okay, I'm gonna be gone for a while. Yes, I know they need water. Oh, that's right. Yesterday, they were getting kind of low, and I speculated that they'll probably need some water later this evening, and I totally fucking spaced it. So, yeah, I'm gonna be gone for a while. All right, thanks for watching. Thanks to all those who participated in chat. It's always awesome interacting with all of you. As always, my lovely moderator, Melody, and Dasco Draws is here. Sweet. And to all the lurkers watching or watching later, if you like what you saw, please like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, or give me a tip on my coffee.com page. All the relevant links are located in the section below. So until next time, this has been Johnston Blackhorse, the one and only, and I shall check y'all later. Sweet. Bye.